and welcome to my kitchen and another episode of What's for Dinner. Tonight we're making Philly cheesesteak sandwiches my way. This is how I grew up eating them. We're going to use a specific type of product for our meat. We're going to add onions and mushrooms. We're going to serve it all up on a homemade whole grain sub roll with some provolone cheese. And you can also add a little pizza sauce to it and make yourself a pizza steak sandwich. That's how Micah likes it. So let's go see how we make Philly cheesesteaks our way. Okay, we're going to make cheesesteaks tonight, and I know that on the surface that may seem like a really simple thing, but sometimes people don't understand what type of meat to use, and it really is very specific. I buy these, and they are frozen. It's chipped sirloin steak. Sometimes you can get the super thin sliced ribeye, but I prefer the frozen variety. I buy these at the commissary. This particular brand is one of my preferred brands. These are chipped sirloin steaks. They're kind of formed, but they break apart after they heat up, and I'll show you how that works after we get them in the pan. We like to have our steak sandwiches with mushrooms and onions. We don't care for bell pepper in our steak sandwich, and we put provolone cheese on the top and let it melt. I'm also going to season this up with my Sacrilege steak rub. You use whatever is your favorite beef seasoning. If you like Monterey steak seasoning or something like that, use that. I'm going to use this liberally because that's how we like it. And then you're going to add your mushrooms and your onions. I'm going to cook 3 of these in a separate pan with only mushrooms because Micah doesn't care for onion. And that way you can customize it. I'm also going to show you how Micah likes her steak sandwich because we call it a pizza steak sandwich. And when all this is cooked up, I'm going to show you how that works. So we're going to move over to the stove and I'm going to show you how these cook. It's really simple and you're going to love it. I have my steaks in both of my pans. And really what you want to do, because you want to cook these for frozen, is I like to go ahead and season the one side. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to let these sit in a pan that has been heated over a medium-high heat. You're going to let these sit in here and sizzle away for 4 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to come back and we're going to start breaking them up. And that's how fast they're going to cook. So, I'll be back when it's time to break them up. Okay, we've let our meat cook here in the pan for about 5 minutes or so. And what I like to do is I like to flip it over. You can see there's some nice brown on there. Depending on where it is in your pan. You know, I've learned over the years that these cast iron skillets, they have little hot spots on them. So, depending on your pan, you'll have that nice brown doneness on, certain areas. So, what you want to do now, you want to take, for those of you who have a horrible aversion to metal on metal, I suggest that you turn your sound down because I am going to use this metal spatula on this metal pan. And this is really the only way that you can do it. So you take your, nice sharp metal spatula and then just start. I like to, you don't have to cut through the meat because the meat's going to come apart. And I'll show you how easy that's going to happen. Because it's going to separate. And all you really have to do is kind of get in here and manipulate it around. And it's going to separate for you.
Break it up.
Yeah, all you have to do is break it up. Very simple, like that, exactly. So I'm going to put some mushrooms over here, and I'm going to put the rest over here. And then I'm going to I have 2 large onions. That was 1 pound of sliced cremini mushrooms. And you don't need to put any additional oil in here because the meat has enough fat in it. But not too much fat. You see, most of what's coming out of that meat is water. So what you're going to do is you're just going to let this cook until all the vegetables are nice and tender. And we're going to let this cook down. It's going to take about 8 minutes, and we'll be back when it's ready to make a sandwich. All right, there you have it. We put together our Philly cheesesteak sandwich the way we enjoy it. Now, this is just, I sliced up a roll. I put 3 pieces of provolone cheese down first, and then I filled it up with the meat with the onions and the mushrooms. And we're just having it with some baked onion rings and french fries. Simple Sunday night dinner. This is definitely a family favorite. And we have this a couple of times a year. Hardly at all, actually. I also wanted to let you know, Mike said I was going to show you how to make a pizza steak sandwich, but I'm just going to tell you, because just take it like we have it here. Add a little of your favorite pizza sauce or marinara sauce or something of that nature. Then I put a piece of cheese on the top and I pop it under the broiler for just a few minutes. It gets all melty and delicious. You can actually add pepperoni or whatever other pizza toppings you enjoy, and you can make your pizza steak sandwich that way. So that is how I make Philly cheesesteak sandwiches for my family. I hope that you give these a try, and I hope that you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya. For joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you liked what you watched today, and I hope that you try it, and I hope that you love it. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting the thumbs up button and giving me a positive rating. And also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're already not a subscriber, so that you don't miss out on any of the fun we have here in our kitchen every single day. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to come by tomorrow. Until next time.